These gummies are wild, people. Let's talk about it. Get your goodies, get your snacks. We're about to start another video. And please subscribe, like, and share the content. I promised that I would talk about my experiences with the CBD gummies relating to the back injury that I had. So if you want to know more about the back injury, I want to suggest that you go to one of the upper corners, and click on the link so that you can know more about the backstory. We'll also put a link to how it has been going so far. It has its ups and downs. It is what it is. So I've bought a couple of things, right? I did an unboxing of those goodies, which is the link here. I did some unboxing of the goodies, and I've been using them for a couple of days. I think now over a week. Now there are certain things that I cannot discuss yet because it just takes a little bit more time to figure out what the effect will be overall. And that goes for the Boswellia pills. The Boswellia is an Ayurvedic herb that is known to be helpful with the overall well-being of the nervous system, of the body. So I cannot really say anything about it yet. I haven't really noticed its effect yet. But the one thing that I do want to talk about is the CBD gummies. Now, those have been definitely interesting. Somewhere here in the corner, you will find the link to my inner thought about the CBD. CBD in itself and the use of certain elements when it comes to the hennep plant. There's a lot to say about the use of hennep, about the use of cannabis, about the use of CBD, and of course the more addicting element, which is THC. Now that is not what it is. So it's solely the CBD part that you'll find in these gummies. Let's get into it. And I already showed them as I was unboxing them. This is how they look. These are the cans and this is how they look. All right. So these are by the brand Rikiro, and they come very nicely packed. I love the packaging, but it's not about the packaging. It's about what is in it, right? So I have two of these. This one is in a cherry flavor. This one is an orange flavor. So this is how they are looking like. And as you can see, I've been using them. I've definitely been using them. Now, I made the mistake by not looking at the amount of milligrams CBD that's in each and every single gummy, meaning I have one that is in 10 milligrams and I have one that is in 25 milligrams. I think the cherry one is in 25 milligrams and this one is in 10 milligrams. First impression, as I was using these gummies, the taste in the beginning, nice, and then it will leave you with a bad, bitter aftertaste. And I kind of have the feeling that that is something that is inevitable, strictly because it has an element in that is not known to be very tasteful, right? CBD. So I'm not expecting to have this really sweet gummy in my mouth and be like, oh, it tastes so good. No, it doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good. It does pretty well masking up the flavor, but that's really what it is, masking up the flavor. I definitely taste that it has a bitter aftertaste. I think the more you use it, the less it will bother you. In the beginning, I was like, ugh, it's disgusting. I don't know if I want to use it. Now, as I was using that, the first time I was really focused on, does it have an effect? Not immediately. It's of course going to take some time for it to absorb in your body, but I definitely noticed that during the evening, I was pretty chill. And not in the sense of being high, but being calm. Does it have an effect on the way that I perceive the pain or the discomfort to be in my body, being present there? Yes, it does. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it's a painkiller. Please don't see this as a painkiller or something that will remove the pain out of your body. I see it more as something that can help you alleviate any mental stress that can be caused when you have any injury on your body. If you have had a pretty bad injury and you're recovering from that, it's not only a physical stress, but it's also a mental stress because you're kind of managing the pain and discomfort as you are walking, you're moving, straightening up your body, doing exercises. You mentally also have to prepare yourself for that. Mentally, you also have to, bulletproof yourself for that. So what I noticed is that next to ashwagandha, that these CBD gummies definitely have a really cool, nice, mild effect on me. I use them pretty much at night. I stress at night. Maybe there are people who can use it during the day. I would not suggest me using it during the day unless there is really nothing for me to do during the day. Don't have anything planned, I don't have a problem popping one of these gummies, but I'm not going to use them if I want to, for instance, do an illustration or if I want to be painting. So I am amazed and I'm quite interested in how people who use CBD gummies, or maybe higher amount of CBD in the gummies, how they do that, because I become mellow, and when I am doing my work I want to be concentrated. I want to be much more aware, much more on it. Not to say that I'm stressed, but I want to be more aware of it. The CBD gummies will, they will calm you down, they will mellow you down. So it's a good way of easing yourself into your sleep. I already saying it right. So if you're easing yourself into the sleep, then it's not really beneficial for you to pop one of these gummies as you are going to work. So it has been an interesting process where I noticed that, one, they definitely have a great effect on you. I'm not a practitioner, by the way. Disclaimer. I am not a practitioner. I'm not a physician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not medically trained nor educated. All right, so if you want more information on your situation and how CBD can help you in your situation, I would suggest that you go to your doctor. Go to your doctor. I'm sharing my experience, right? And I can imagine that people are maybe, they relate to an experience. They might be in a relatable situation. They might have something else going on. You might want to look into that particular direction. That's all I'm saying. All right, so you're not going to hear from me, go buy it because it's good for your health. I am in no position to tell you that. Okay, I can only speak for myself. End of this disclaimer. Physical ways are, of course, always doing physical activity. That will always be on the first place, even if I'm not now actively going to the gym, because I just don't want to tempt myself to do anything heavy, lifting, strenuous. Another way of getting a lot more peace in your body and in your mind, and definitely also when it comes to the work that you want to do artistically, is meditation. And I'm not going to ask you to sit for 5 minutes or 10 minutes with your eyes shut. What I've seen, different ways for people to meditate. I noticed that it feels like meditation when I'm illustrating or just drawing. It feels like meditation. I also have it with painting. Sometimes I notice with painting that my mind just wanders away, and it's like, and I become one with the canvas. It sounds so like woo-woo, but it really does feel like, I'm not even noticing that I'm in the studio. There's music, there's maybe a little bit of incense, and it's like I'm one with the whole environment. So I cannot explain to you what that is, how that works. It just works, baby. Don't ask too much. Don't ask too much. Not too many questions. All right? Not too many questions. And of course, things that you can consume, right? You can really orally consume. There are other ways maybe that you can also calm yourself down, but listen, I don't advocate for that. We will not be discussing that over here, okay? I definitely believe that I will be using this for the future. That is my review on it. When it comes to the pricing, I think that is a good thing to talk about. I bought these when they were on sale. They were half price, 20 euros a pop, 2020, okay, 2020. Am I right? No, they cannot be, because one is, of course, has a higher CBD level than the other one. So I think one was over 20 and the other one was like below the 20, but still pretty steep. So you can imagine if those are 50% off a pop, what the normal pricing would be, around 40 euros. So it is a very expensive thing to acquire. Think wisely. My preference goes to the orange. I like the orange taste better than the cherry taste. So seeing that I will be definitely restocking, I will go for orange. The bottle says that you can use 1 or 2 per use. So that means the moment that you're using it, you take 1 or 2. I spread it. I use 1 during the beginning of the night, and then later on during the night I take another one before I go to bed, and that is good for me. I did in the beginning pop 2. I like to spread the usage, but I don't go over 2. So one of the candies that I absolutely love is Autodrop. This is the one. It is so sweet, so great, absolutely delicioso. But the thing about it is they kind of taste like Autodrop, especially the cherry one, even though it has a very bitter aftertaste. So there was one day that I popped 3. And at that particular moment, I was like, oh, that's a little bit too much. Because each particular gummy has 10. So if you pop 3, there's 30. That's a lot. That's too much. You're doing the most. The reason why I wanted to share this is because, not just to give transparency about what it is and how it has an effect, but also because I'm recovering and I'm kind of sharing that with you all. Maybe not all the bits and pieces. I pass for that. But I do feel that it is actually a very good thing, not only for you as the audience, the viewer, but also for myself to be in this headspace where I am healing and I see progression and I want to be in a positive mind state, not in a toxic positive mind state, and not looking at myself and asking myself, how do I feel? What does my body want? Do I need to rest? Can I do a little bit more? Can I challenge myself a little? But really in a positive mind state that says I affirm in a positive way that what I would like to see. So I'm not denying that this just is going to take its time, but I do want to be in a positive mind state, and also just showing ways of how you can deal with that, right? So that's the reason why I'm sharing that with you all. So I hope you like it.
Pas zaterdag. Zaterdag sliepen we gewoon bij haar moeder thuis. Want ze ging zij voor ons koken. Toen ging het al wat beter. En zondag was echt dus zaterdag was het wel van wat beter. Ik kon gewoon wel functioneren. Ik vond me nog steeds niet helemaal top. Maar zondag was het pas echt van oké, nu voel ik me gewoon in mezelf. Dus ik was eigenlijk vanaf dinsdag tot en met zeg maar vrijdagochtend was ik echt, want ik zou ook naar oma gaan. Oma belde me ook, maar ik zei van ik kan niet komen want ik voel me niet goed. Ik ben bijgriep opgelopen. Ja, maar ja, dus dat eigenlijk.
Oh, wow.
In een weekend dacht ik wel eraan om je te appen, maar ik dacht van ja, ik kom toch maandag weer. Dus ik dacht toen, ja, maar zeg maar die dagen daarvoor, ja, ik was niet op mijn telefoon bezig. Ik kon echt niet tegen licht ook gewoon. Ik dacht ook echt van is dit migraine of zo? Want licht moest per se uit, ik kon niet te veel geluid horen, ik kon niet te druk met mijn hoofd gaan bewegen.
Daar had ik vroeger heel veel last van als tiener.
Ja, ik kon dit bijvoorbeeld, dat kon ik niet doen.
Maar ik had het niet door een buikgriep, maar ik had wel heel veel last van migraine als tiener.
Ja, dat zijn
Dus wat jij vertelt is heel erg. Ik heb er nu niet zoveel last meer van. Eigenlijk helemaal niet. Dus ik ben er wel blij omdat ik er.
En zeg maar in het weekend had ik ondertussen een beetje hoofdpijn, maar dan kon ik het zeg maar verdragen. Dus ja, buikgriep.
Dat is echt goed geschreven. Goed geschreven. Dus zie je ook gewoon hoe ze dingen hebben gedaan. Echt gewoon mooi. Maar die man is best wel ego eigenlijk als je naar zijn verhaal luistert. Het is vanuit een ego dat hij al die dingen heeft gedaan. Want aan het eind was hij nog steeds zo van... Eigenlijk wil ik dat die man gewoon echt opgepakt gaat worden.
Welke man? Ja, hij per se.
Cranes, zoiets.
Ja. Hij wou dat per se.
Hij wilde het ook per se.
Dat hoor ik hem ook. Als hij eigenlijk het meest willen eigenlijk is. Achter de schermen. En je komt erachter, wil je wel? Ja, natuurlijk wil je dat.
Ja, precies. Maar het was ook echt van, wat ze zeiden tegen die plek waar ze gingen onderduiken, toch? Dus die dikke man zei zo van, ja, maar jij doet het ten koste van je familie. Ten koste van je familie. Toen werd die vrouw neergeschoten. Je gaat nog steeds door ten koste van je familie. Maar, het kan. Ik had een beetje pijn aan mijn zij, dus ik dacht van, ik ga liggen. Toen ging ik eerst een film kijken. Queen Latifah en Ludacris. Ik dacht van... Ik heb die film wel afgekeken, maar ik was niet echt onder de indruk. Ik dacht van, oh ja, wacht even, laat me de merk eens kijken. Dus gelijk vanaf de eerste aflevering was dat gelijk van, ja. Toen heb ik helemaal afgekeken. Volgens mij was ik pas 4 uur 's morgens gaan liggen.
Oh ja, zo'n crazy story. Maar het is ook gewoon iets, maar het is ook iets gewoon dat in real life ook gewoon gebeurt.
Wat Faya was echt toen hij op het plein stond, zag je zijn gezicht echt over dat tevoorschijn komen.
Nee, die was Faya.
Die was echt Faya.
Ja.
Als ik het was, dan ik echt zo.
Iedereen keek hem ook aan van,
Ja,
ben jij dat niet?
Maar toen hij ook ging schuilen toch, en die ene, een Aziatische man ging hem achtervolgen. In een steegje. Dus ja. Maar hij zag dat iemand hem ging achtervolgen. Is hij ergens gaan verstoppen, dus die man, hij dacht zo van ja, ga straks de politie bellen. Ik heb hem volgens mij gevonden. Dus hij was zo van, waarom achtervolg je man? Waarom achtervolg je man? Ja, waarom wacht van me? Ga weg! Geef me de telefoon! Ga weg! Ik heb die man gebakst met die pistool. Oesh!
Ik heb nog iets gedaan. Ja, maar dat kon hij dus nog niet doen, want hij moest al zijn bewijsstukken.
Al zijn bewijsstukken. Ook toen hij van die cliff afsprong, dat was crazy. Maar dat hij er ook achter kwam van, wacht even, wat is deze killing? Maar wat ik grappig vond is toen hij met die vriend van hem in die auto zat en die kill zei van ja, je moet echt weggaan. Hij is niet uit het land gegaan, want hij had zoiets van, oh, ik wil stoppen met wegrennen. Hij is niet uit het land gegaan omdat hij zoiets had van, oh, ik wil stoppen met wegrennen.
Ja, dat is een familie.
Ja. Waar naartoe? Maar dan zeg je tegen hun dat ze ook dan ineens moeten meegaan.
Als ze dat willen, ga je eerlijk zeggen, als ik in 25 was. Als ik in 26 was, ik zou gewoon zeggen, kijk, of jullie gaan met me mee, of het wordt eens in de zoveel tijd dat jullie me komen bezoeken. Maar ik ga niet hier in het land blijven, want ik ga niet naar jail. Maar ze gaan je een life sentence geven of ze gaan,
Ja.
of weet ik veel wat.
Dat. Ze gaan je life sentence geven, ja. Dus je moet een hele andere identiteit gaan aannemen.